In 1995, on her 21st birthday, Eve reported a gang rape to police.
It's totally destroyed my life.
I was standing there and his car was parked right there in front of the club.
Eve was drunk, alone and on anti-anxiety medication when she accepted a lift home from a stranger. She says she was driven to an address in inner Brisbane and raped by up to 6 men. Her police file says hours later, hospital doctors found results consistent with the complaint. But the case stalled. She couldn't identify the exact crime scene and police had no suspects or witnesses. A decade later, police told Eve they had one suspect because of a DNA match.
I said to them I didn't feel like I could relive it all for the one person.
She says they didn't tell her of a second unidentified DNA or when they found 3 more persons of interest. Last year, after she began to press for details of her case, she says a detective told her most of the evidence was gone. The red dress she'd worn that night, her underwear, and all but one of the medical samples were missing.
That was really a devastating thing to be told.
An email from her counsellor who talked to police on her behalf confirmed evidence was no longer in existence.
It is the detective's understanding that the evidence was stored in a facility that a system commissioner gave permission to destroy, in line with procedures at the time.
I came really close to ending my life. I ended up being admitted to a psychiatric ward in hospital.
After she recovered, Eve secretly recorded another detective who'd taken over her case.
There was things that had been destroyed, not just in your case, in cases.
That's not acceptable.
Yeah, so that was a decision that was made with some things.
Lawyer Julie Sarkozy says police handling of the case has been appalling.
In my view, the fact that her private information was actually interfered with without her knowledge and consent would be a clear breach of Section 25 of the Human Rights Act.
Police say records and sexual assaults are kept for 75 years and deny there was a decision made to destroy evidence in contradiction of that policy. They don't say whether other cases are affected. There's been some recent progress. This week after the ABC contacted police, a detective told Eve there was legal advice, there was sufficient evidence to prosecute one suspect.
The majority of these people will never have to answer to what they've done because the police didn't even bother to test the evidence and then destroyed everything.
Police wouldn't comment on the ongoing investigation.